Okay, Micah, part 6. And it is the end of this one. I'll make it through this one to the end here. So let's see. I left off by saying it's going to be the 5th video. So now it's going to be the 6th in the series. And I took away the word lame and made it weak and named it used Jesus as his in both these cases. And those whom I afflict, I will make them a remnant. So the lame, a remnant, no. And the outcast will be stronger. And it's talking about the stronger of the people that are living at this time that are going to be sent in to exile. So, I think you'd understand those. I changed this one to through him. I hate calling Jesus something like this one. It's almost non-respectable. So through him, they will have peace. Took away this lion and just made it the beast in the forest, or like a young lion. He isn't gonna cut down the cities. He's gonna burn the cities. In your land, and no fortune tellers. Okay. Now, when it came to this text here, this was part of that text whether I didn't know whether this should actually be included or not. And I'm pretty sure, I think I removed it. Although I think I may have separated this, like this could go as a piece someplace else. Remove the above yellow, and then this here fits together, okay? If I remove this, you can start reading here. Hear now what YV has said. Listen to the charges from YV. He has a case against his people. With Israelis he will dispute. With what will I come to YV and bow myself before our Creator? He knows that they got a dispute, and he was acting as interceder between the two, which is a place really for the king to be doing. But prophets did go and make an offering, a peace offering to our Creator for either for battle or for have forgiveness and allow them to, if they repent, they'll be better. Then don't destroy us all. And then I just removed it to 1,000 rams. The voice of the prophecies from YV, this word voice just wasn't fit in a situation. The prophecies from YV, I call out in our cities. I changed it from we'll call to the cities. And it's more or less that the prophecies, he's going around from city to city doing these things. He's trying to get people to repent and change their way. And when I removed and it is sound, well, it is sound wisdom. His words of wisdom is to fear his name. I know that's a drastic change, but that's what's fitting the situation when you read the text as a group. Because if you read it as a group, there's no understanding what wisdom is. Who's it coming from? I had to add the word win because it's the situation fits it when you go down and read the rest of it. That when all these things happen is when our Creator is going to bring about this trouble. I still didn't come up with make you desolate, so I guess I'm going to keep it and leave it there. When I said you observed her, you look for her. You look for her, and with her idols you live. Pretty much meaning that because it has to be matched with timing of the day or the moon cycle to do this, this is what is meant here, that they have to look for her. You look for her. The righteous people will die from our land. And then I didn't like the word in here, so I moved it to waiting. And I don't think you would complain about the others here. Now, I told you, I think in the last video, that this was going to go out or be removed for the simple fact that it's just a different style of writing. And this is just definitely different. A lot of times when you're looking for how the words are used or even how the verses are put together, you can tell different text or different people or different times of being written. And this, I just knew that no, it doesn't go with what's going on. So I cleaned up everything that I went over at the end of the last video. And right now I don't have my website working correctly to put up the PDFs at this time, but they will go up. So if you want to take a screenshot of what's going on here, how it's cleaned up, it reads really nice now. It's really got the words being said and pointed at the right correction or direction. It also shows this beginning speech and then our creator's words, which is I can't recall many times seeing it like this. And then the second prophecy begins, and it does the same thing. So that's also not really found when you read the text, or you wouldn't recognize this as being like this if you just leave the text alone. You would not find half of this and understand that this trouble is coming and when it's coming and by who it's coming. So putting more truth into the text, it really does look good here. Now, then it comes up to the third prophecy, okay? Oh, I just remember I forgot to do some work before I got here. And then the third prophecy was where I told you I was going to move that little bit up. And it's why is because above they're starting to have an introduction and then something. Well, I didn't find a great introduction. And what I did was the text that you'll see at the end of this. Okay, here's where I'm moving it up. And I told you I could probably stick that up there with that, but it doesn't really do anything for the text, I felt. But down here with this text that matches this text, when I put it up there and tried reading it, then it didn't kind of flow to the prophecy. So I left it at the end, and it reads really good. I mean, you get a feeling for being there when you read these. I mean, are really getting a sense of what the first writer's video is about. And I forgot to do this work here, and that's add the last work that I'd done, which would be, come on, let's get up here. So I guess I'll do it. I'm thinking it's still up higher. Where did I start? Start the 6th. Yeah, this here. Wait a minute, maybe I done all this. Let me check. I just have to do something like this. Whoops. Come back here, grab that text, and say, go find it. Yeah, okay, I guess I did that. Okay, so we have all the text here. And I moved it here. Trying to think why this isn't cleaned up then. Okay, maybe that's what I'm to do, is because I don't think there'd be, that cleans up, but I think, yeah, I thought everything else was cleaned up. Yeah, it is. So I don't know. I guess this video is pretty much over already. I didn't think it was going to be that quick, but let me start it here. And this would be the end by cleaning this up. And now that I've got that moved up, I don't need this here anymore. And what we have is 3 prophecies from what I'm seeing here by labeling what's going on. Okay, so I guess that's, I didn't think it was going to be that quick. I thought I had a lot more to do. So this is what the text is going to look like. And I guess, let me see. It'd be here. And then, yeah, I guess this is it. I guess I will say that in the end, I will have titles here as to explain more. And like I was saying, I want to put things that you would recognize to understand the story. And that would be to place text or some of the maps in here, some of the definitely the kings, so everybody can figure out what time is when these different prophets are talking about, to be more established and more familiar at what time those things were said, and just to make sure that we're restoring everything the text. I'm trying to restore the knowledge at that time, and to have maps and extra little helps along the way, I think are very important. So that's what's going to happen, and I'm hoping to get the website up and the PDF running. And PDFs right now won't have a lot with them. It will be when I group them together. What I'm hoping to do is go through a few of these books, and then I know they're going to start getting longer, so I'm going to do Jesus's, or the 4 Gospels, and I don't know how quick when I'm going to do that. Maybe in the next 2 or 3, because once they hit these 50, 60, and 80 chapters, that's when I've got to say time out, get to the Gospels, I can get back to this. Because when I get done with the Gospels, I think the first one would be to do is Isaiah. That had a lot about Jesus in there. So, okay, you know what I know, and now you see the actual format that's there. And I did struggle at the beginning of this one. That really took a long time, but I enjoy doing these.